Okay, real talk. Your brain is literally running outdated software, like an iPhone stuck on iOS 7, slow, glitchy, not working the way it should. And the worst part? You've been trying to change your life without ever updating the system. That ends today. Because reprogramming your subconscious mind is not as complicated as they made it sound. And once you understand how it actually works, you'll never think about your habits, your beliefs, or your patterns the same way again. As you know, your mind has two layers. The conscious mind, that's you right now, reading, thinking, judging. It handles about 5% of everything you do. The subconscious handles the other 95%, your heartbeat, your breathing, your automatic reactions, your deepest beliefs about yourself, your patterns in relationships, your relationship with money, all running silently in the background, like apps you never opened but never closed. And here's the thing about those apps. Most of them were downloaded before you turned 7. You didn't choose them, but you've been running them ever since. Now here's where science gets actually exciting. For the longest time, scientists believed the brain was fixed. Like once you were wired a certain way, that was it. Done. No returns. They were wrong. Completely. In the last few decades, neuroscience discovered something called neuroplasticity. And it basically means your brain can physically rewire itself. At any age, at any point, no matter how long you've been stuck in a pattern. Every single time you think a thought, a neural pathway fires in your brain, like a tiny electrical signal traveling between neurons. The first time you think it, it's a small, weak signal, like a dirt path through a forest. But every time you repeat that thought, that path gets wider, stronger, more automatic. Think, I'm not good enough times, and your brain literally builds a highway for that belief. It becomes your default, your autopilot, your identity. But here's the plot twist. The same thing works in reverse. This is the part that changes everything. Your brain doesn't care whether a thought is true or false, helpful or destructive, realistic or completely made up. It just responds to repetition. Repeat something enough, and it becomes a belief. Repeat a belief enough, and it becomes a fact, your reality. So what happens when you start deliberately repeating new thoughts? New neural pathways start forming. Slowly at first, just a small dirt path. But with consistency, that path becomes a road, then a highway, then the new default, the new autopilot, the new you. This is not motivation talk. This is literally how your brain is built to work. Scientists call it Hebbian learning, neurons that fire together, wire together. Translation? What you repeatedly think, you repeatedly become. Okay, so now you know the science. Your brain rewires through repetition. New thoughts, repeated consistently, become new beliefs. New beliefs create new behavior. New behavior creates a new life. But how do you make it actually stick? Because we've all tried positive thinking and it didn't exactly transform our lives overnight. Here's what most people get wrong. They try to reprogram their subconscious while their conscious mind is fully awake and fighting back. You tell yourself, I am confident, and your brain immediately goes, no, you're not. Remember that one time in 2019? That resistance is your conscious mind acting as a filter, blocking the new belief from reaching the subconscious. So the secret is to bypass that filter entirely. And there is one specific state where that filter drops completely, where your subconscious becomes fully open, fully receptive, fully ready to receive new programming. And you enter that state every single night without even trying. It happens right at the edge of sleep. That moment where you're not fully awake, but not fully asleep either. Your body is heavy, your thoughts start drifting, the day starts to blur. That state is where your subconscious is completely unguarded. No filter, no resistance, no critical voice telling you what's possible and what isn't. Neville Goddard called it SATS, the state akin to sleep. And he believed it was the single most powerful tool for reprogramming the mind and manifesting anything you want. The science agrees with him. What you feed your subconscious in that state gets absorbed like nothing else can. And in the next video, I'm going to show you exactly how to use it, step by step, for anything you want to change, create, or manifest. You're not going to want to miss it.
Whisper.